Hey Nathan.
Hey, Anna,
Thanks for coming.
Nice to meet you.
Same here.
Beautiful spot you have here.
Thank you very much.
So these must be the cabinets you wrote me about.
Yes, these are the cabinets. They're really good cabinets, but we'd like to dress them up, maybe paint them a little bit. But
Okay.
for right now, I'd like to get some hardware on them.
Absolutely. These are nice builder grade cabinet, readily available. You know, you can go with custom cabinets, a little bit more. They might even set up the knobs and pulls for you at a custom shop. But here they left you the option to add your own hardware, and I think we could definitely do that.
Perfect. Well, we actually found hardware here that we'd like to install.
Oh, very nice. Nice, simple pulls, but you do have a lot of doors and a lot of draws, so the best thing to do is set up a jig, and I brought a few with me. We want to check them out?
Perfect, yeah, let's do it.
All right, so these are the 3 jigs that I brought with me today. Anytime you can incorporate a jig, it's great. They are a repetitive template, very consistent, and we're gonna go from high end all the way down to low end with this. High end, it's really customizable, but it's a little expensive, about $200. If you're not gonna use it a lot, at least a few times a month, I wouldn't purchase this one. This one is great for cabinet installers, millwork companies. The middle one, this one's about $20. This is a great DIY friendly product. Still very customizable for knobs, pulls, any kind of hardware. And this is the down and dirty jig. This one I made just some 1x pine, created a little cleat on the edge here. This one we're limited to doing just the doors with. So we could do this on the doors, we could do this on the draws, and we can get started.
Perfect, let's go.
All right, let's get started with these upper cabinets here. You have rails and you have stiles. They come together here, and then you have a flat panel. And traditionally, when people mount hardware, whether it's knobs or pulls, they use this point right here where this panel ends above this rail, right in the center there, to place the bottom of the pull. What do you think?
Perfect, I think it looks good.
Good look. All right, so the first thing we need to do is come to our stile. We need to find the center of that. So we have a 2-inch stile, so we'll just come in 1 inch. And then we need to project over this line. Use the jig for that. Okay, so now we have our starting point here. Now we need to measure the distance between the holes. Got 5 1/16. So what we'll do is we'll come up 5 1/16, so we're going center to center. And then again, we'll find 1 inch on that. So you're gonna land right around there. What do you think of that look?
Perfect, that looks good.
All right. So we will drill these 2 holes. Then we'll take our jig, put it up from the back side, drill into here, create a dimple on this, and then finish the hole. And now we have a jig that we can use for all of our large pulls in the kitchen.
Perfect.
All right, let's start drilling. Upper hole. All right, now that we have those drilled, why don't we test fit one to see that the fit's perfect before we set the jig up. Let's start that by hand. Tighten that up. What do you think?
That looks perfect.
Awesome. Now we can take this off and set our jig up.
Perfect, let's do it.
All right, so we're touching the bottom, touching the edge. And we'll push in that top just a little bit.
Of course.
All right, so we'll just finish these holes. So now we can take this jig, bring it over here, drill our holes, and we're good to go. On the shorter doors, we're going to use the smaller poles, so I need to make a slight modification to the jig. What we'll do is we'll keep the existing bottom hole, cover up the top hole, and we'll drill a new hole just a little bit lower using the same technique that we used earlier. Okay, now we're ready to switch over to this jig, the $20 jig. Okay. And we're going to do our draw faces with this. And there's still a little bit of layout. We need to find the center. Traditionally, that is the best place for this pole to go. Okay. The spread between the hole from center to center is 96 millimeters. Okay. I dialed that in and locked those in. But now we need to find the center. On this one, you have 4.5 inches. Okay. That's going to change over the course of the kitchen. But for now, I set this to 2 1/4. So what we'll do, 18 1/2. So if I'll put one 9 and put a little tick 9 1/4. And then I'm going to come down, got 4.5, 2 1/4. So if you look through this jig, there's a little peephole right here. So what we will do is we will bring this down. We're going to sit right on top, and we're going to sight that in those crosshairs. What's nice about this jig too is it has this metal ring inside, so you can do multiple holes. You're not going to eat away at any plastic. Pull it off, check it. Looks good. We're switching over to a longer screw. So these longer screws will come through at just the right height. You want to move on to the next one?
Yeah, let's try it.
Looks perfect. So these are false draw fronts, and typically we don't put any knobs or pulls on this for 2 reasons. One is, as you're doing the dishes, you're going back and forth to the dishwasher, you don't want to catch on them. And also, you typically don't have the space to put the screws in. You do have the space. I also noticed that your wife picked up 2 to put on there.
All right, let's do it.
All right, you're all set. What do you think?
I love it. It looks great.
Really good look to them, really sharp. Another great thing is now that you have these poles, if you do paint your cabinets, you won't have to open them by hand. You can grab the pole, you won't smudge the paint, keep them looking really sharp.
Excellent. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your help and everything.
You're welcome. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.